Hey, morning, morning. Hello, Abby. How are you?
Good morning. There is a nice high-pitched noise that is already sorted. I'm good. How are you, Fred?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I had a nice weekend, rested a bit, watched some telly, and it's a beautiful day here in London town. So, yeah, I'm all good. Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, good. There's not a cloud in the sky in Essex. It's very bright today, and yeah, had a productive weekend, which was nice. And I know a lot of the students that you guys were beavering away in the background on Slack. I saw a lot of activity. So yeah.
I told you to take the weekend off. My goodness. Hey, but if you've got to, that's fair enough. But I hope you had some time to have a bit of fun as well. That's for sure. It's always good to chill. But yeah, sometimes you want to put the extra hours in. And I certainly was doing a bit of work over the weekend on some bits and bobs.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but I had some fun too. Yeah, very excited to be back here for the last week. Oh my goodness me. Last week was the dress rehearsal. This week is where it all gets real. It's already getting pretty real, I think, in the space. So yeah, very excited to see what you guys come up with. All good stuff. Right, how are we doing? We're still 9:59 by my clock, so we can't really start.
Not yet.
No, we'll leave it at that. Yeah. So what else did you get up to the weekend? I'm just curious.
Mostly painting my bedroom. Yeah, so that was fun. And I did we made a big mistake of accidentally, well, not accidentally, I painted the door and the skirting board with like a matte white, and then realized that I shouldn't have done that and had to put it with like a gloss white instead. So my dad had to help me fix my errors the day before. But yeah, I think it's quite therapeutic painting. It's tiring but good.
Yeah, no, definitely. And in the sense of satisfaction when you're sitting in a room that you've painted.
Yeah, and it smells good. So
yeah, all good stuff. Nice one. All right. Let us begin then, because I think if it's not 10:01 yet, it will be in a moment. And I think everyone is here. So let me share my screen and I will go through some slides. Here we go. We have started 10:06. Thank you so much once again for joining us for the final week of Modual. Just want to go through some feedback. Yeah, we had some nice feedback and some constructive criticism as well. Later, you were saying that it would be great if there was a facilitator in every room. Well, we'd love to do that. I think you were talking about making sure that people had an equal time to speak, and everyone took their turns. Yeah, I mean, I think we will do that. We have done that as much as possible, and at the same time, I think that again, last week was kind of a dress rehearsal, and this week is when you do it for yourselves. I always think about everyone imagining. If I've said this already, I'll repeat it. The box, the word counter. So you've got a word counter underneath your screen, and it's counting the number of words that you say, and everyone's number should be about the same at the end. Now, sometimes people don't want to speak as much as others, and that's okay. And I'm quite a talkative person, and I can be quite strong in meetings. But yeah, we have got, we have shown you kind of time tools where you each take a certain amount of time, and we've shown you ways of passing around the group so everybody at least gets to speak, even if they don't get to speak at the same time. And let's be super clear about this. We won't be here after Friday. You have to be able to do this on your own. So that's one of the reasons why we try not to over facilitate. So later, I'm sure you guys can manage. I'm sure your team can manage to do that yourselves. But thank you for the feedback. Yeah, we will perhaps look at the first week where we could do a bit more there. Cassia, you and someone else whose name I didn't write down, forgive me, wanted the tutorial sessions, the crit sessions, to be longer. And again, I would love that too. Unfortunately, our visiting experts have very busy schedules, and there's a lot of you, so that we have to keep it to this strict 15 minutes. And that's always been the case on Modual, even when we've had less students or we've had capacity. And I actually think, again, that 15 minutes is a good amount of time. If it's not your project, if someone asked you, you have more than 15 minutes to listen to their project. I think we want you to get to the point quickly, And I agree, it would be nice to have an hour to talk about this stuff with an expert. And maybe sometimes you can, but not unfortunately on this workshop. Partly because we're training you for a very focused pitch rather on Thursday, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. But yeah, apologies, that is the deal, I'm afraid. And I guess, as I say, I'm going to go into that in a bit more detail in a moment. Noala, you are saying, I just want to log that the tech team are incredible there before we even know there's a problem. Yes, the Modual tech team are incredible. I acknowledge them. If any of you are still having tech issues today, again, apologies if that's coming from our end. We've had a big conversation about this internally, so please do reach out and talk to the staff, and we'll see if we can find some solutions. We've had a few thoughts about other options. If your tech is working fine, great, don't worry about it. But yeah, respect to the tech, because nothing happens without them. And then Grizavu, again, forgive me if I've mispronounced that, talks about anxiety, although it was a very positive feedback comment. They were saying that, you know, it's quite anxious making. Yes, that's the excitement and fear I was talking about, and that's the, perhaps you lose your confidence a little bit. If you remember that description, I'm going to come back to that probably tomorrow. I was talking about moments when you lack, complete loss of confidence, I think was the phrase from that description from the Make Space book. It's because you are growing as a creative professional and as a human being. And when we grow, we step into the unknown, and it's scary for a bit. It's like riding a bicycle or jumping off the high diving board, and then we do it and it feels great. But you don't get the great without the scary, unfortunately. So try not to let the anxiety overwhelm you. And if it is, speak to your teammates, speak to us, and we can help you with that. But yeah, it's a sign you're on the right path. So yes, we don't want to overwhelm you. We don't want it to be a problem, but it's kind of inevitable in this space. So do what you need to do. And you want to step back for a little bit, whatever, that's fine by us. Obviously, we're here to support you. This should be fun. This should be enjoyable. But yeah, you might find occasionally it's a little bit uncomfortable. All right. So here is our friend, the double diamond. We are in the second diamond, well and truly, no two ways about it. And we're whistling down the diamond. We're still going up, I would say. Well, some of you are still going up, and that's cool. Some of you may be already racing over the top, and that's also cool. But you still got some space. But on next Thursday, the 23rd, we will be having this launch event, which is going to happen online, obviously. And we want you to invite some people. We are going to put the link to invite people on Slack. So yes, when you get that, and it's there in this image, and we'll put this image up as well if you want to share it. Please feel free to invite anybody you want. It's an online event, so anybody can come. We've got full capacity, and we'll tell you the exact times shortly. There's an Eventbrite page that anyone who wants to come can sign up, and then we'll give them the details as well. And I will go into that later in the workshop. But yeah, it's happening on Thursday. Yeah, remember this guy as well. You should absolutely all have a vision. I'm hoping all of you have now got a strategy, and your product is what you'll be showing on Thursday, obviously. And you still, believe it or not, I can say this today, I think you still have time to pivot if you want to. I'm not going to encourage you to pivot because it's something you don't do often, but if you still have a little bit of time if you want to do that. But the main advice here, as on Friday, was do stuff, make things, make some prototypes, make some tests, try different stuff, and do ask us for help, because all of the module staff have done this workshop before. They've been sitting in your seat. They understand exactly what it feels like because they were there not so long ago, and they will be able to help you. So don't worry about anything. We've got your back. Remember the octopus. You come together in your group sessions, you discuss who is doing what, and then you go apart and do your stuff alone. You can talk here. Don't get stuck in the talking trap. Go away and make stuff on your own and come back together. I've got a few other points I want to make. Grace under pressure. This is a lovely phrase that I really enjoy. It means, yeah, we're all going to be under pressure sometimes. It's all going to, it will be a little bit stressful sometimes in life. And that's how things get. So be graceful. Don't take it out on each other. Allow this to flow. Be the swan with the flappy feet underneath, but you're gliding along on top and it's all fine. So be nice to each other, please. Strong opinions lightly held. You may have a disagreement. This is a phrase from the creative industries. You may have a very strong opinion on something. You may be passionate. It has to be red. It cannot be green. I really believe it has to be red. And I'm going to tell you, you think it has to be red. Okay, but we think it should be green. And if it comes down to the crunch, there's more of us thinking it should be green than you. And you go, okay, it's green. Right, what's the next decision? So make your case, absolutely, be passionate. But when you feel the group moving forward, and this is what it is to collaborate, you know, you need to get with it, because this is a great one from an American president, I think. Not this one, tell you that much for free. Lead, follow, or get out of the way. That's the way to function in the group. So if the group is ready to go, sometimes you have to just get on board rather than digging your heels in. And I know that might feel uncomfortable to you, but again, it's the price of working in a group. You don't get to have it your own way all the time. First thought, best thought. In a sprint type process like this, sometimes you've just got to go, that's good enough. That logo, not bad. We could do 5 other logos and choose. We're not going to, because we don't have time. That's the logo. First thought, best thought. It's a Buddhist phrase. And again, the more I work and the more I grow, the more I go, yep, first thought, best thought. Thinking afterwards, just a waste of time. That might not work for you in general, but in this situation, maybe it's a useful tool. Do make sure, finally, that everybody has a piece of the cake. If someone is sitting there going, well, I've got not much to do, then there's capacity, they're not engaged. You want to make sure everyone has something that they can contribute. You know, there's a whole bunch of things that need to be delivered for this project. It's not just a film, it's not just a digital poster. There could be a whole other range of stuff that could happen that you could introduce in the pitch process, for example, or just to help things. I don't know what, because I'm not in your projects, but make sure everybody has a piece of the cake. Great. Okay, some logistics. You have a crit this afternoon. We have a whole bunch of people coming back in to talk to you about your projects in a 15-minute slot. All crits are compulsory. All projects will be critted this afternoon. This is not optional like Friday. You have to do this. So please do it. It's only 15 minutes. Obviously, it might be 5 minutes on the side. You can bring rough work in progress. I think it would be very useful to show stuff. You could show just some images or anything else you want, but I think just talking is probably won't necessarily serve you. I would make sure you have something to show. It doesn't have to be anything finished. It could even be your movie last week, though I'd rather it with some new images, please, if possible. But yeah, come ready. We'll post the times on Slack at around 12:30, so you'll know exactly when your slot is and you can do work around that. Think about who is first talking, who is pitching. It's kind of more of a, you know, think of it as a first stab at your pitch. And I very strongly suggest that you follow this format, and we will be talking to the experts as well. That 5 minutes up front, you talk. That gets you used to being able to fully lay out your project in 5 minutes. And again, work out who's starting. Anybody coming up in front of the expert and going, okay, who's doing this? I want you to know who's going to begin. And then after that, you've talked for 5 minutes. Listen, actively listen. Let them talk. Don't answer their questions necessarily. Don't listen with intent to reply. Give it some active listening. You've all been learning that last week. And then you've got another 5 minutes to do this. So there's a whole range of, there's 3 different modes of being in that work, in that format. It might shift a bit, but that's what I would like you to start off planning and happen. Obviously, please be in your online room at least 10 minutes before your slot, your time, so we can go fast. I think some of you were running a little bit late yesterday. We help us to help you, basically. And good luck. I'm sure they'll be great. And yes, it's a great experience to have a crit. We're very lucky to have these professionals on board to give you their valuable time to you. And the last thing I think I want to say, oh, there's two more things to say, sorry. If please check in with your group and indeed check out with your group first thing every day. So after this is wrapped up, please go and check in with your group. Just do that thing. Hey, everybody, last night I was chilling out, I'm watching telly or whatever you did. I had some nice food. Just don't go straight into, right, who's got to do what? Just take a moment to pause. And if you've already started working, if you're in a different time zone, that's cool. Come back to that space where you're just checking in to see how everybody feels. It's important stuff. And meet back here for a checkout at 4:45 as per Friday. Okay. Any questions about any of that? Abby, did I forget stuff? Anything else from you? Any thoughts on that?
I think in regards to the crits, these people that are coming in to see you have not been in any of your conversations so far. They have no idea what you've been up to. So it may seem like a no-brainer, but trying to give them straight away your name and your elevator pitch. We are this person and we do this by this and this. It just gives someone an insight straight away, rather than chatting about, oh, we were thinking about doing this. You need to give someone the kind of keystone of who you guys are and what you're doing, for them to then be able to listen to your presentation and really be able to kind of get a grasp of what you're up to. And it's a great opportunity for maybe testing stuff. This is a testing point, a crit. And if you're not sure about the name of something, or maybe a bit of design you've done, whether you're going in the right direction, test it in the crit, you know, say, we're going to do this. And if the expert comes back and goes, oh, I'm not sure about that, then that's you testing it. So yeah, use these as a bit of a chance to maybe help you make some decisions and test out some of the kind of ideas and things you've already been developing. We've already got a question over in Mod Live.
Yeah, go for it.
So Olivia says, with respect to the crits today, will we still have our lunchtime between 1 and 2? It's yes, but also if you want to have your lunch earlier, take an hour earlier. You guys are self-organizing now. So if you want to maybe do 12:30 to 1:30 and get a little bit of time in before the crit, that's up to you. Take a full hour is the most important thing. Any questions on your side, Fred?
No, not at the moment. Looks like everyone seems to have got it. But yeah, obviously, if any other questions occur to you, you please feel free to get in touch with us directly on Slack. We are here all day. Cool. All right. Well, unless there's any more at your end, Abby, then we will let you get on with it, because I'm sure you've got lots to do. Please, again, if you need any input at all about anything, ask us. We are here. We don't have lectures to present. We don't have exercises to present. We're sitting right here. If you want my time, if you want Abby's time in your group, just ask us, and we'll get something scheduled as soon as possible, and we will come in and talk to you about it. Any issues at all, could be about production, could be about logistics, could be about anything you like. And again, if you want to do that on a one-to-one basis as well, just message us on Slack. If you don't want to talk to me or Abby, there are many other people you could talk to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's it. Oh, sorry, go. You got one. Sorry, go for it.
Again, if you are still having tech issues when it comes to Fuse and getting into your smaller breakout groups, please let us know. We have been working on solutions for this. I know that Fuse hasn't necessarily been working the best in China and things like that. Hit us up, send us a message. We will sort it out for you. We'll get it sorted and make it as streamlined as possible. Absolutely. We want you guys to work as effectively as you can in your incredibly amazing multidisciplinary group. So we're here for you. Excellent. Well said. It's not that there are problems. There's going to be problems. It's just sorting them out. That's the key, and that's the way you should judge us. And great. All right. That's it. Have a great morning. See you maybe later on. I hope so. Have a great crit. See you at 4:45 for sure. Bye. Bye. I'd actually tried to send in some pictures to the Slack on Friday, but it didn't work. But I took a walk in Glasgow city centre, and down Sauchiehall Street, there was like some benches that had purposely handles in the middle so you couldn't sleep across them. And I'd literally never noticed them before, and I walked down there like all the time. Yeah, very sad. Not good.
Yeah, I did the same thing yesterday walking along Sauchiehall Street. I saw those benches. I was like, oh, look there, you can see it in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Sherry. Yay.
Can I just say one thing to Sherry? Sherry, I got a message at the weekend asking for access to Miro. I'm really sorry because I didn't get it sooner, but I didn't think that, I think it was Ailey who set it up, so I didn't think I would be able to give you access to it. So, but I think you have access now.
And then I logged in and I gave her the access, so now she is on board.
Oh.
Yes, I've already added some notes on the board on Saturday.
I just wanted to apologise in case you thought I was ignoring your message, but I hadn't seen it. So.
That's okay, but it's my problem. Okay.
Are we going to do a round?
Yeah.
Check-in. Are we doing it by alphabetical order again?
That'll probably be easiest, yeah. Shall I just start then? Cool. So yeah, I had a nice weekend. On Saturday, I met up with a friend that I haven't seen for months because of the lockdown, which was really good. We went to the park, and then yesterday had a bit more of a chilled day and went to a bar in the evening for my first pint since, I don't know, since like March, which was really nice. And now over to Ailey. Ailey, how was your weekend?
My weekend was good. I went out with my friends because we have like a wee local pub, and they opened up the garden, and it was a really nice day, so we went there. And then we went back to my friend's garden, and she had like a wee gazebo set up, so we just sort of chilled in our garden. And then after that, I just kind of like pottered around the house and tried to like tidy my room and stuff like that. So not like exciting end, very exciting start.
You're muted.
There's always got to be a technical hitch.
Shall I go ahead and then we can come back? Okay. Okay, so I had a lovely weekend with my family on Saturday. People came round here, and so this again, it's quite new after all the COVID lockdowns to all get together, so that was really exciting. And then yesterday I went to the seaside and visited some other family who live near the seaside. So it was just really lovely to chill and relax and see everybody. Yeah, okay, and I'm going to pass over to Mary.
I went through to Edinburgh and saw my grandparents for the first time since like the start of lockdown, so that was really nice. And my aunt was there as well, so I got to see her. And then I went for a walk with my dog, and then yesterday I saw my sister and did some baking. That's what I've done. Passing it on to Sherry.
Maybe unmute yourself.
Okay. Sorry. Yes. On the weekend, I go back to my hometown. My hometown is near to Beijing. It's a quite small, not quite small, but not very big city. there are a lot of cores is the resource of core, a lot of core. So the government been to there take a lot of this for the development, but for now they rebuild and repair the environment again. So I've been to a new park. Yes, built by the government. So I just to enjoy the new environment again, the new good environment again. Yes. Yes, that's all. How next one? I will turn to who is Su
Sushmita's next.
Susmita, yes, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So my weekend was a mix of good and bad. I did a lot of cleaning on Saturday because usually weekends are the days when I get time to clean up the mess that I do over the weekdays. And on Sunday morning, I watched a web series that I was really waiting for to watch. It's called Unbelievable. So last 2 episodes were due, so I completed that. And then I got my period, so I was in pain the entire day. And then today morning, I woke up pretty late, around 12:30. And then I figured out there's no water at home, so the dishes are due, so I couldn't take shower. So it's a little messy, but I'm hoping I can figure the water issue after the workshop. I would like Holly to tell us how did she spend her weekend.
Okay, can you guys hear me? All right, good. So on Saturday, my friend and I went to like a beach that was like an hour and a half away with her 2 dogs. That was a really nice day, very nice and sunny. We got some ice cream, nice day out. And then yesterday was kind of more chilled out. We just stayed around our house. I cleaned my room a bit. I went for a run, had a nice dinner, that kind of thing. So yeah.
I forgot to show you guys something. So I was trying to paint for my friend on denim. So she's gonna come back. The semester is gonna start next month. So I'm trying to make something for her. That's
Okay, so are we going to start thinking about what anything to do with the project that's come to our minds over the weekend, maybe, or anything that yeah. I don't know whether you agree, but it seems to me we have got the bottom layer of our our pyramid, and we're moving up towards strategy and product. But I don't know how many people have had time over the weekend to look at the whiteboard. I know Sushmita's put some things, and Sherry, and I put a couple of things. And I think, was it Mary? No, somebody else had a look at it. So anyway, maybe, I don't know if that's a good place to go and have a look just now and a chat, or anybody got any ideas about how to steer the next part of the session?
I might just quickly have a wee look at the whiteboard because I've not had a quick look.
Should we take 5 minutes to go and look at that and then come back and talk about it? Or yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 minutes to look at the whiteboard.
Uh, and the next one's a bit mushy, but it's just, I would assume by then I would be married to my partner. So I would want him to have the ring. And we have this habit of just leaving each other notes every day. So I think I would just give the collection of all of those notes there. Then a family recipe book. So my mom's basically been teaching me all of her family's secret recipes over the lockdown, and I think I'd just make this into a little book of the Sharma's recipe or something like that. Then there would be letters to all of my loved ones. So I don't know, just reflect on how I've lived my life, any wise words I have to, tell you about how you should live yours, although I don't think I have the right to, but I would do that. And the last thing would be, I have this huge box of every birthday card I've ever received from anyone since I was 4. And my mom keeps telling me that I need to get rid of them. I would definitely put that there. And I also have a huge box full of all of my Barbie dolls. So I think I would put it there. At least put it to some use. I can't get rid of them, and my mom keeps telling me that you need to buy a really big house to put them there. So yeah, I'll do that. That's me.
Wow. Wow, full of memories.
It's really cool. It's really cool listening to them.
Yeah, I also say that's so cool.
You.
I feel like know you better.
I think she
You're
was
a
the
double
first.
Yeah.
I think she was the first to sort out everything on the board.
I was excited.
Seems. So, yeah, I'll go next. Well, first of all, it was very tough for me to think about all this thing because I couldn't just come to the terms that, okay, yeah, what happened if I die or something. I just could not imagine that. So, still, the first thing I wrote was I would love to record the sound of my heartbeat and yeah, send it so my family or some loved one can hear that. Next is letters. Each letter, not so many letters, but each one special letter for every person that is special to me. My sketches and work, yeah, then definitely go there. Something that it is something that I've done in this life. And so I don't usually write daily, but I often write. So I write my thoughts when I get anxious or I have some special news or anything. So I'd really like to share that on the digital platform. Again, so my family has this thing of recording all the memories. We have lots of videos and pictures. So I'd really like to compile that one day and keep it there. So yeah, this is something I just thought yesterday that I'd really like to organize a trip for my parents. So before I go, and so that they can enjoy A to Z everything. Food, stay, everything, the places. So yeah, that will be, I think, very nice idea. And the cremation is some special day. This is from the movie The Bucket List. So in the movie, at the ending of the movie, the actor Morgan Freeman, he says that he would like to cremate his ashes on the mountain of Himalayas. So that was really amazing. So I thought that would be really cool to do. So yeah, I have 7, I guess. I'm not completed the list. So yeah, that's all.
That's really sweet.
Yeah. I like the idea of the trip for parents.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really good.
Next.
Next is mine. Let me see. Oh yeah, the first one, birthday. I choose this because I want to show some change because in my childhood I like birthday, but now I don't like it. So that's why it's only a cake and food, but without people because I don't like birthday now. And the second exam paper, actually I don't like it now but I think it influenced me a lot, so it shapes me. And the third is all mountains I've climbed because I really like climbing, and all my tattoos. I think the tattoos are they stand for a piece of me. So I put it, and the concerts, and the I really like listening to music like every day, and I think my life can't be without music. So, and the next are love notes. I think that's the most romantic thing of my life. And next experience in Iceland, the sky and ocean, because I really like the nature, especially the thing in the Iceland. So, and the next are my creations, because I think during my life I must do something really interesting, creative, and that may make other people smile or whatever. And photos with my mother and best friends. I don't know if I will have a partner, so I didn't put a partner. And the last is, I think that would be the last work of my life. So I put it. That's all.
Brilliant.
I love the last one.
Thank you. I also like
I also
it.
like that. I also like the title because you say it represents you. So yeah.
It's good because it's something that people make a big deal out of, what your last words are, but most people don't choose them. They just happen. So it's cool. Cool, shall I do mine? So I put a song, and the song that came into my head was Cesaria Vore Saudade, which is I miss you in Portuguese, and it's just so beautiful, and it would be like just to the people that I love. And then I had a similar idea to Devika with the mixtape, which is a playlist for each person I love. And I do this anyway, so usually at Christmas I make a playlist for just everyone that I would buy a present for, and sometimes it's people that probably don't even know that I care about them that much, and sometimes I don't even send them the playlist because it would be weird, but I do it with them in mind. But yeah, I usually give them to people. And then I've got a hug, which could be translated through like a hug device, which actually is a thing that exists. I think mainly for autistic people. So just it's like a compression machine. A good memory, I think this would be photographs. And then I thought it could be, they could be ready to print, so you can just click and use your own printer. Or it could be you click something and then they get printed somewhere really nicely, so they feel like a proper old-fashioned photograph, thick. And then there's a donation to a charity, and you get them in the post. I've got a recipe for like brunch recipes, and this might be specific to the person as well. It would be like, say, I have a friend that I always make shakshuka for, like eggs in spicy tomato, and the recipe might even deliver the ingredients to your house, and it can just be exactly the same. A smell for lovers, and it's me on a good day, not a bad day. So I put an old comfy t-shirt because I think when you want to remember someone, just putting on their clothes is so special. And when I came back from my grandparents, I brought a lot of my granddad's shirts, which he would hate to see me wearing because they're men's clothes, but they're comforting. I've got my earrings ready to 3D print. So it's like the idea that you could pass down an heirloom, but instead of passing it to one person, you pass the design for it, and then as many people at once can have it. Got open source access to my work, so all of my photo and video work could be Creative Commons licensed, so anyone can use it except commercial use. I've got a call to action, so I could have like a list of causes of things that I wish would happen. So it could be, oh God, it's hard. Mostly around equality, I guess. And then I've got finally a letter to my future child, and I had the idea that it could be like a series of envelopes, and then they open in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So they keep coming back to the website. Yeah, that's all.
You're creative. I love your ideas.
Thanks.
And
All of them are
like
very
the,
good.
Yeah,
and I like the idea of the places for loved ones. Yeah, for each one. That's cool.
And the letters for future child, and also open access to all your works. Amazing.
It's really
computation.
interesting. Sorry, go on.
So, yeah, I say like the idea of whole computation because that's true.
We definitely have really repeating themes, don't we? We've dealt with so many of the same things, and I can just see them coming up in different ways. So, Siang.
Oh, me or?
Oh no, it's Veronica. Sorry.
Well, I guess I slightly misinterpreted the task because I was not present in the last meeting, and I thought that it's what I visualize what we want to like make or what our product will be. So I went along that direction. So I might be a bit off track from you other from all of you. I don't know. So I was actually thinking that it the museum or our museum would be like a VR museum experience of our memories where people would walk into and there will be a 3D simulation of something and then people can relive it. And so, for example, like one of my loved ones can spend a day with me in that VR experience and like relive simple events like a day of picnic in the park, or playing with my kids, like playing with crayons or something like that. Like so, and the next idea was, for example, it's like I don't have any children, but let's say if I have a child in the future, so what will I say to my child or whatever, and like a recording of that, or like a recording of the experience as it happens itself, and my feelings or what I want to say to my child. I think it's very much similar to Meg's idea of the letter. And the next thing was, a lot of times I feel that before we realize, like if a sudden death happens and we don't get to say sorry or apologize for doing something wrong to somebody, I thought that maybe we can, record that beforehand. And let's say there are some strained relationships with someone, and it's difficult to be with some or to communicate. Like there is no communication with someone. So maybe this apology letter or this apology could be like a, how do you say, like the final thing for them. And yeah, the next idea was, it's actually inspired from the bucket list idea from PS I Love You, where the husband leaves back like prompts and tasks for the wife. So I thought maybe like for my loved ones, I can leave behind a bucket list for each of my friends and family. Uh, well, the next idea was like not only movies. I read a lot of books, and I'm very passionate about books, and I like books and movies as well. And I feel like there are a lot of quotes in those movies or books, which I feel very passionate about, and I would like to, like a recording of my voice of those lines from those movies or those quotes, which I would like to pass on to other people. And the next idea was a compilation of laughs, so that let's say like when I die, and I wouldn't want it to be a sorrowful event for others. So every time like they feel sad, they can go to those laugh collection and see me laughing, and they would remember that I'm in a happy place right now instead of being in a bad place. And they would be laughing as well along with me. And the next idea was actually sort of similar to the first one, where you are like a VR experience of reliving that moment. So maybe one of the important events of your life, like your graduation day, or like wedding day, or any important day. The next idea was, yeah, similar to Devika's idea of favorite recipe. Like maybe some recipes my children or my friends would love, and they would like to know my way of doing that recipe. So that was one of the ideas. And the last one was like, for example, if I have a young child, and if I die, like when my child is young. So I would like to, like in my voice, like record a lullaby or bedtime stories for them, or even my grandchild, let's say. I don't know. Like, yeah, those were some ideas. Yeah.
Oh, I like the recording of your life
I love.
and the movie and books you're passionate about. Like, really interesting. And the apology idea, I also kind of thought about that, but then I think maybe it is more important when we are like alive and make the apology rather than bring it to the grave. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe there will be a difficult relationship when you apologize for the person when you're still alive. But yeah, I just suddenly realized it's important to say whatever I want to say at the moment. And yeah.
I really like this idea too, and I had the same thought, but I'm really interested in the effect it would have on the living. So while you're making it, it's a thought process. And say if we were guiding people through the process of making it, and there's a section where they put their apologies list, they're going to think, I don't want this list to be here when I die, so they have to apologize in person so they can take it out of the box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a thought process.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking like maybe a personalized and private apology letter to the person that we want or that we want to address to, for example, and it goes directly to that person only after we die, and not it's not shared by everyone else. Yeah, something like that. It's just some random thoughts.
I love the VR experience, the museum idea. I mean, that'd be so wonderful, no? Just going into the place and you're filled with memories of that person. I think that'd be really good. I love it. Also, the compilation of laughs, we can include it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do the last one. So the first item I think about is a special exhibition for the sun, because my parents named me Siyang, and that means wherever I go, I will always be with the sun. So I'm kind of really into the sunny weather, and I feel more happy when it's a bright day. So I feel like sun is really an important item in my daily life. I wanted to do exhibition around maybe mythologies about like how different culture to interpret sun, and also maybe some of my photos in the different places, the sunset and sunrising. And second one is a playlist. Yeah. So like some songs, they're not necessarily really like beautiful or special, but just at that moment, at that special place, and I listen to that song. So it kind of like a memory collection. The third one, so when I was a child, I really like collecting the tickets of different tourist places, and I did a big collage of the tickets I collected maybe for like 10 years. But now I feel like a lot of places, they just have digital tickets. So maybe I will do the digital collage of the places I visited, and maybe exhibitions stuff. This one is maybe a collection of nude picture of me. I have a best friend, and we kind of be each other's best photographer. So we are really relaxed when taking picture of each other. Yeah, I feel like the nude body is a true representation of me. So yeah, and then the word cloud of my diary. I feel like maybe my diary is too long for people to read, but maybe just kind of the word cloud and see the important things in my life. And then a soundtrack of kisses. Yeah, I really like the idea to transfer hugs or like attachment. I don't know how it is transferable if it's a kiss. So maybe just a sound recording. And then meditation notes. I feel like maybe I have more wisdom when I like did meditation. So it would be something more abstract, and I feel like it's something I cherish a lot. So maybe share that. And then an archive of like, yeah, like the letters and postcards. Yeah, we mentioned that a lot. Then a crossword of values I believed in. So it will be a game basically, and I just will share maybe some core values. And yeah, I also think of maybe catchphrase of me. So it'll be maybe just fun for people who are familiar with me to do this game. The last one, yeah, I'm not really sure if I share some maybe the previous works I did, because it's still like a LinkedIn profile. I don't really want to make it like that, but yeah, maybe with more explanation of my thoughts doing that work, it will feel more personal. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, that's really cool. I really like the idea of your nude pictures. Maybe it could be as a souvenir for our partners or our lovers. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
I really like the crossword as well of the values that you cherish. Very cool.
Yeah. Playful game.
Yeah.
Do you think, say with something like the nude pics, I love it. I think that has to be in there definitely. Would you have like different areas that different people could access? So like your parents are.
So I would like to give open access to the
Everyone.
people I trust. Yeah, to the people I trust probably. Everyone, I think, yeah, maybe.
But then I kind of think it's also really nice if it's all together and then just you're just like, this is me, and people understand you as a whole person.
Yeah. Yes, man, you're right.
That's cool. Well, all the ideas are really cool.
Thank you. Oh, how we're going to yeah, what's your thoughts about the items?
Should we vote or something from these ideas?
We could kind of categorize them into, say, objects, images, sounds, music, VR, things like this, because it could kind of help us think about what we need. I'm imagining this as a website at the moment, rather than a physical space, but it would help us think, okay, we need some kind of music platform, we need video hosting, we need a VR headset, whatever it is.
Yeah, and maybe that would help us visualize our product. Like, yeah, like it would help us strategize our product towards our product side.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I also feel like we could give prompts on the website for people when they're setting up their profile, like, oh, would you like to leave a spell behind? Would you like to record something for someone? Just leave like a trail of prompts. Just because sometimes you can reach a dead end and not think of more ideas. So we could just, nudge them a little bit.
Exactly. I'm kind of imagining that it would be almost like a helpful therapy process. Like it's more about the process than the finished thing. So it's asking you questions that are like, do you feel like you have some unfinished business with someone? Is there anyone you want to apologize to? When was the time when you felt proud of yourself? Like going through kind of like that.
That's amazing, actually. It could literally be like a series, like a path that you go through on this journey sort of a thing. Very interesting. What does everyone think our process should be now? Because we've not really done anything tangible yet. What's everyone's opinion on that?
Sorry, you mean not very tangible? What is the not very tangible thing?
No, I mean, like, what's our schedule now? Like, how does everyone think we should start working towards this, if that makes sense?
Oh, yeah. Um,
Could we maybe each show, like if we go through each of us and we could show a reference of something that we like, to be able to visualize what it might be like.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a perfect reference of exactly what it would be like, but just if everyone shows something they like, a museum or a website or anything.
Is everyone feeling more minimal or more interesting for like the interface? Because I feel that's something we all need to agree on. Like a style.
yeah, I'm thinking about color this morning. So the culturally that is related with darker colors, and then maybe we can choose some lighter ones. Just like a contrast of the traditional thought about that.
Okay,
But yeah,
let's
maybe
do-
it should be calm, light, and peaceful. I don't know. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I was thinking minimal. Yashvi, by the way, we're talking about like how we want the website to look, what we think about when we envision it. I was thinking minimal, but something like you said, calm. So maybe some really nice gradients, super fluid. If I don't know, I'm gonna have to find an example, I think.
I think let's find examples. What about
I agree.
If we each go away for 20 minutes and we find a few references and then we come back, go through each person and say, I like this, I like this. And then we kind of pick a direction.
So we have to find a reference website for them. You're saying that.
Well, does it need to be a website? Like what I mean by website is, does it specifically need to be a website in itself, or it could be just a product, like where, for example, the VR product where you put on the glasses and then you experience it. So I was thinking more about that, like have we decided that it needs to be a website? Because the VR experience can be done in a website as well. So what have we decided, or are we going to decide on that after we have like come up with our references, or like what?
I think we'll decide that later, right? We are not only decided on the website yet. I know everyone is envisioning it like that right now. Almost everyone. We are open to ideas, right? The production. Why not something like a speaker, uh, which collects everything and you can just use it like that.
But then in case of a speaker, it would all be about audio and the visuals would be left out, which is a significant part of anybody's memories, right?
Speaker with projection or something.
Shall we write it down then, these thoughts? And like each of our ideas, each person writes down their ideas, their references, and then we come together and talk on it. That would be good, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Cool.
Okay, so should we take 20? See you.
kind of thoughtful within its shape. And I think that's what I would mean by branding, so that people also do research within it before they actually create something.
That makes sense now.
Okay, so shall we meet back here at, hang on. Anna also said that we will be having a crit, but she doesn't know what time yet. So if 3 hours from now is 1, should we, you guys want to have lunch after 1, or what should we do?
I would suggest we can meet at 12:30 and compare where we are, and then chat for it briefly, then take a break, come back, and then start with dividing. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest, that we should probably divide the research first. I was just going to maybe say that maybe let's leave the timetable there and not take it apart. And then maybe copy the research post-its and then move them to our names. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool. Also, I took the interviews/questionnaire part, and that can take longer with the results, obviously, because I can have conversations now, but some are going to kick in tomorrow. So probably that's why the prototyping will still have to involve certain changes, because if we speak to the survivors, that can also impact it, I guess. So yeah, just to keep that in mind.
I'm taking the benchmarking and existing products and services, just because I've already started researching this morning, and I've put it up on Google Drive.
Seems like there are some post-its that are repeating themselves along some of us. So what I would suggest is that if you see that somebody else has the same post-it, maybe have a separate conversation with them and discuss how you divide it, because obviously some topics might be lengthy, like a psychology one. And I think it's Joanna and Louis. So maybe you can just have a separate conversation about it, because like if we are not diving into it, we don't probably need to hear it unless you would want to discuss it here. But you know what I mean? So that you're not doing the same research for 2 hours, basically.
think a lot of people chose existing support helplines and emergency help points. And maybe it makes most sense for Ingrid to do it because she's already doing benchmarking. So yeah, maybe those who have it and are not Ingrid could yeah, just drop it, I would say.
Really up to Ingrid. How do you feel about it as well, Ingrid?
I don't mind. So who else has got the existing helpline thing? Like so far what I've got is the benchmarking. But maybe someone else wants to take the existing help points. Cool.
Also, I was thinking as well, are we going to market this thing to the UK or globally? Because I could do a lot of research on what it's like in England, the UK, but is this going to be a international software device? I don't know.
I would say we probably have to start with the UK because that's where we kind of can start our research with, and going globally is going to be intimidating. I mean, we can market it as an international idea, but make sure to mention that we start with the UK and how it works. How do you guys feel about it?
For benchmarking though, it would be beneficial if we look around the world, what kind of interventions are there?
I think benchmarking around the world would be a bit difficult just because of the fact that they would be listed in different languages.
Question: does anybody have any experience with making online questionnaires or surveys on any website and they would recommend it? Because I'm looking at different ones at the moment.
I would recommend Modual forms because they're not, you don't have to pay for them. And on
When was it?
Yeah, if you get enough answers, you'll have to pay.
Okay, which one? What's the name of it? Sorry, because I didn't hear it.
Just, I will send you a link.
Cool. Anybody else have any suggestions as well?
Probably just Google Docs or SurveyMonkey.
Cheers.
Google Forms is really good, just adding to Ingrid's. I've used that before.
I'm not sure if Michelle had any name suggestions.
Yeah, no, we'll wait for her because, like, actually, once she votes, we'll even know if it's the community thing, if it's the app thing, or the scanning thing. With respect to that, even our name will have to be app, right? So we have to anyway wait till Michelle comes so we can have votes.
I think if we voted and put names down, maybe we could take a little break.
Yeah.
Actually, let's just take a break, and like then Michelle should come back and do everything, and then when we come back after like 10 minutes, and then we can all work together for the name.
Okay, I'll just write a message to Michelle.
On Slack?
I'll write it in this group.
Oh, okay.
I think because it's a pitch and like not because you don't have to build the actual thing. I don't think it will be very difficult. I still don't think it's going to be very difficult to integrate the two ideas together. If we briefly can explain the community aspect and briefly explain the AR aspect, I think, I mean, they could be doable. Again, I think I do understand. I think what is the thing that you want to focus on? If you want to focus on the community thing more or that more, the AR thing more, I think that's something you can, I think, decide using the vote. But I think we can show both features on the, like, during the pitch. Like, we can show that the app has the ability to do both in some ways.
I just think, because we keep saying, like, for the AR, like, we can make whatever that's, I feel like the AR is separate from the topic we're focusing on. So it's literally, like, if we just pick the topic, either one, we can make, like, an AR thing, you know?
Yeah,
I think we can definitely just focus on one thing so that we can go more in depth and not just have, like, like, too much going on.
Okay, yeah. Michelle, are you done with your meeting?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Are you done with your meeting?
Yes, I am. I'm back. Sorry about that. I've been furloughed for 2 more weeks, so they had to read out all of the make sure, just do the reminder. But yes, it's all sorry, but I'm back now. All yours for the rest of the week.
Oh no,
Michelle? Yeah, so on the Miro board we have if you see there are two big like sticky notes, one saying scanning food, one saying community building. Yeah. The scanning food is with respect to the supermarket thing, and the community building is with respect to people growing and exchanging food. So just vote on the one that you like, and once we have that, then we can go ahead. Like, only vote on one of them, so we have like a majority vote, and then we can go ahead.
I don't want to make it equal, do we? So the scanning food is that where you'll scan and learn where it is, like the AR thing.
We had a tie on the voting that we did, so we're just trying to focus on which aspect of like the project would you like to concentrate on.
Yeah, but we can do AR for anything. So we're just trying to figure out, do we want to focus on like information about food in supermarkets or community building? And whichever we pick, I think we all want to do AR in some way so we can incorporate that.
Oh, it's really difficult because I quite like the idea of scanning food, but then that makes it a tie.
Yeah, then we can Aiden in. So we're thinking of getting like Aiden or someone to come and choose. If it's a tie, we can get somebody to break the tie. That's not a.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it's a tie. Okay, so.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of it. Oh, it's difficult.
Okay, so should we call Aiden in? Just like I can text him, you can ask him to come here. Should we do that?
Yeah. He could do
Okay, I'll call him.
It's really difficult because but yeah. Oh.
Michelle, in the meantime, there's a board right next to the, like, on top called, and you can see like quite a few names. So there are, I think it's under the like subtopic task, but over there we have quite a few names we've put in. So if you have any suggestions for any names for the app, just put it over there in the sticky notes. We'll vote on that a little later. Yeah, under task. Yeah.
Again, how many should we vote on? Should we limit to like 2 or 3?
Yeah, so like names, yeah, like just everyone you can only vote on like 3 names because there's quite a few, so let's just vote on 3 names per person.
Yeah, 3, and then we can again narrow it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
And can you vote on your own name?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, let's vote on our name. Hello.
Okay, I can hear you now.
So currently we have like a tie with respect to our idea. We were asking if there's any way you can help us break the tie. Is that possible?
Sure. What's the tie? Where is it? Is it these 2 up here?
No, just these 2 down here. Scanning food and community building. Yeah.
Like what should be the purpose of our app? Like the main.
So I can explain the 2 to you. Like scanning food is what we were hoping we can use AR and have people be able to scan foods at like shopping marts. And so they can, when they're buying something, they can scan and see the carbon footprint it took to make this product. They could get it all the way to here in case it's not a not locally grown food. That's pretty much what the scanning part of it is about, related to supermarkets and all of that. And when it comes to community building is where we prefer that people can grow in like vegetables in their own backyard, and then we should have like a midpoint where they can sell the vegetables to a local shop owner, and people can buy locally and source everything locally. And even in that, we were planning on including AR in the way where people can roam around communities and check what is grown where. So currently, these are the 2 ideas we basically confuse between.
Okay.
Can I add something more on the sustainable tag food thing, like the scanner part? So you can have like a rating system where there are like 4 or 5 criteria. How we can use the already existing certifications which are there in the market, like fair trade, the government certification for labor, and then the carbon footprint in the making of the food, and the delivery channel, how sustainable is it in terms of carbon footprinting, and then average out and give a rating of the foods. Then also give suggestions for alternatives in terms of locally produced food or better ratings on basically.
Okay. So my opinion. Okay, so see with the scanning food, is this, so this has no community section to it. It's just, is it about the carbon footprint of items?
It is just not about that actually, because you would get to know how good is it in terms of the farmers who are working, how much are they getting in it, or how the food growing practices across, and then automatically when you're local items would be more favored. So the alternative suggestion to the scanned food items would help the community.
Okay.
Yes, but they're mostly based, I think what I understand, based in supermarkets, where you go to supermarkets and you can scan any food item and you get like almost a rating system. Like if it's, for example, if it's been imported from somewhere, then I think the carbon footprint of food miles would be higher because like you had to import it from somewhere. Whereas if it's grown locally, it would have a better rating because it's more sustainable that way.
And it would also go for like the farmers market, or even the farmers can get integrated with our portal, so they can get suggestions for the local pop-ups which are coming up, and customers can also get an alternative if they have a pop-up market within 1 kilometer vicinity. So we can notify them about the same.
Yeah. So one, the scanning is basically about information about food, and then the other one is about connecting and encouraging the community to grow their own food and swapping it.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I don't want to give you my opinion because it's not my project. Okay, I can guide you in terms of, you know, okay. So I'm trying to think doing this the best way. Okay, yeah, I do like the community aspect. Has it been done before? Is my question.
I think there are apps that exist in terms of that encourages people to exchange. But I think again, when we think about that, the question that Yukta proposed, that would someone be willing to go to just exchange, say, 5 pieces of tomato or 12 pieces of tomato for one thing? So I think how this idea is different is that we are providing a midpoint where you can go and give your items as well as others can come and give their items, and that's like a midpoint where you can buy each other's items as well. And also because they would be local shops that are already selling sustainable products that maybe have come from local farms or organic farms, you're also getting access to other sustainable items, and there are quite a few of those shops and farmer markets around London. So yeah, and even for the scanner one, there are apps that help you scan, or there are websites that tell you how sustainable it is. I think with this, it's more of a one-stop solution where we are taking all the best bits from these apps and putting it into one cohesive place, basically, from what
Okay.
I've understood about the two ideas.
So with the scanning idea, that, to my understanding, it's not an app. It's something in a shop. Is that right? That you scan the items there and then, or is it on your phone and you scan it?
It's on your phone that you would,
Okay.
so you'd have this app, you could scan it, maybe a particular QR code, because again, foods generally in supermarkets already have some kind of a code. So once you
Yeah.
scan it, you would be able to get all of this information. Like that, it just increases transparency between the customer and the seller in terms of
Okay.
how sustainable are you while purchasing food from supermarkets.
Yeah, and with the second community idea, it's about connecting people who grow their own food and connect them to a middle person, aka like participating shops, I guess, that would
Yes.
then take this produce and then they would be able to sell that on to people, you know, the wider community or the community around them, or other, you know, exchange or people who exchange. Okay, that makes sense now. I'm on board with, you know, what each idea is. Yeah, I really like them.
And I guess like Kelly mentioned, like we all are really interested in the AR idea. So definitely AR can be incorporated into the community one as well in some way.
Sure. So in terms of the AR, how do you see what place, you know, because I guess what you have to, you know, you have to weigh up is, you know, what benefit are you getting from the AR that you wouldn't get from, or you know, what are the positives that you would receive from using AR?
I think it's just more interactive, and I think this is what
Okay.
I've been thinking about. The more we talk about it, is I think we maybe are focusing on AR too much and not focusing on what we're trying to do. What's our main focus?
Yeah, I think one thing that's, you know, you all have the same vision. You know, the vision is, you know, is relatively, you know, grounded between you, but the decision of using AR or not, to me, seems like a secondary thing. You know, you want to get the experience across first, and you want to create the best platform to put out your vision. But I think the AR decision can come after. I think you can implement AR into both of these ideas if you'd want. But to me, the most important thing is nailing down exactly what you're wanting from this, whether that be, you know, you want people to have more transparency around supermarkets and understanding what they're buying and that the impact on the environment, essentially, or you want, you know, an application that helps people connect and share food via, you know, local shops that already kind of do that. Yeah, I think AR is a decision that can come after that. You go, you know, you've got, you know, you nail it down and you're okay, so we've got the idea, we've got the general idea, we know what we're aiming for. Let's explore how we can best do this, and then AR might come into play. I'm not going to tell you what my favorite idea is, because it's not my place to tell you, you know, what one's right, because I think they're both good. I don't know how to do this. I really like them both, you know, and you guys, you can't make a decision.
Should we vote again? But you can vote more than once on these two.
So, in terms of how did the votes pan out there? What did it turn out like? 3-3. Okay. What do you think? Okay, because for me, you know, the vision, if I'm looking at both of these ideas, the scanning food and the community building, the vision to me is slightly different on both of them. You know, they're not exactly the same vision. They target similar areas, but the vision is different. You know, one is trying to create this sort of transparency and, you know, I guess like targeting the consumer of normal daily goods in a shop, and helping them understand what the impact is of buying something that's imported from Spain when you're in the UK or wherever it is. and the other app is more around this sort of creating a community and a movement, you know, to encourage people to grow their own food and become self-efficient or self-sufficient. So yeah, I think maybe you should have a chat to each other, you know, just narrowing that down again, you know, what is everyone's clear aims of what you want to achieve from this? Because they're two different things, I think, still. That's my opinion just now. I don't know what you think. In terms of, so if who voted for what? Hold on, let me check. So Apeksha, Ukta, and Michelle all voted for scanning food, and Kelly, Tiffany, and who's the last person that says guest? Who's the last person?
Me, Muskan.
Yes, yes. So, yeah, I think maybe just clarify between yous again, you know, what your exact aim is, and come back to me, and I might offer something else. But just, yeah, maybe just clarify, you know, why does Kelly, Tiffany, and Muskan want to do the community app, you know, and why does others want to do the scanning app? Because they are quite different, but they're not, neither of them are bad. It's just clarifying your exact aim and vision that you want from this, if that makes sense. I mean, you can have a go at combining it, but you're asking a lot of yourselves in a couple of days, you know. Yeah, I think, yeah, clarify your vision between you. You know, you might discover something from just, yeah, I would go for that, and then I'll come back in a little bit, and if nothing's changed and you're still are completely split, I'll help you out in terms of picking one.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Catch you guys in a bit.
I feel like we need a break.
Okay.
I don't practice square one.
But I think I realized, like when he said, I realized one thing is that the reason I have voted for the scanning food is because I wanted to be reachable to multiple people, like over a vast space. But on second thought, it is a community building with some students, and I know where the closest like midpoint is. And as a student, I can go buy from there. So I feel like even the second part gives me access, and it like targets a larger audience. I feel like I would probably change my vote to community if we can spread it to a larger audience.
Like in the sense, like you said, like even if someone isn't growing their own produce, I think community building will still help them at least finding a place where, you know, okay, there are people who are producing or growing herbs, vegetables, whatever, locally, and they are being sold there. So, and I know it's cheaper and I know it's healthier, so I'd rather buy it from there, even if I'm not growing something on my own.
Can we like combine?
Like, are we?
Yeah. Kelly?
Sorry. I wanted to say about expanding the reach of people. Like I know we said London, but if we just build this app, you can really use it in any community, like around the world, and yeah, if we want to focus on cities instead or whatever. And I also just want to say about the scanning app. When I was doing research, there's a lot of apps that already exist that do with all the information. And I think as well, it's really, really hard. I was talking to my friend who took a university course on this, and said it's really, really hard to actually find out specifically where your food has come from. So I think like there was one app that they had some participating food companies where you can scan this exists already, where you can scan their code and it tells you where it comes from, but like you have to get those companies on board with doing that. Yeah, there's definitely been an initiative to make it already, and I think it's been a really hard thing to do.
I agree to that actually. For the scanning app, it is tough to get information. And while I was searching, like there were a lot of, for example, if it's fair trade who's certifying products, so they have internal audit teams which go to places and factories to actually get a verified report about whether the information submitted is true or not. But we can use simpler methods in the start and kind of combine the two ideas because uh, growing local stuff or growing food in your own kind of can be integrated with this, like a good part. The alternatives which we give can be more effective that way.
Yeah, I mean, like I suggested, if you like, you could have already had like a scanning feature in, for example, the app that I suggested. And again, maybe that scanning feature is not for the local shop, but it is for the supermarkets. Like for example, if you scan, say, a pack of rice, you can say, instead of buying a pack of rice from here, why don't you go to this local shop where you can buy like it loose without the packaging. You can take your own box or something and buy it by weight over there. Or the same goes for tomatoes or vegetables or fruits or whatever.
This can be an additional place where you can advertise or promote your cause for local community building by suggesting alternatives on a platform which is going to be used by the people who are going to grocery stores. So you can actually switch them from grocery stores to buying at farmers markets.
I like from what Kelly said about the community and moving it in obviously other places being able to do it. And I think if you like think about our video that we've got to put together, I just thinking like getting my marketing head on is you could do like it all starts with you. So we could showcase it with what we've researched about London, and then the next step is people can join in and start building it for Leicester, for example, or New York, or and okay. I think that in that sense it's a really good idea because it's putting everything in one place, which is the reason because when we did all the research, I found bits for like the Tower hamlets in London, but nothing that kind of said for the whole of London what to do. And this is the idea of bringing all of that. Yeah, so I'm quite happy to. I would revote the community.
Yes, even I think I'll revote for community. Yes, I think we have a majority on community.
Yeah.
Okay. So we decided.
Yeah, so decided on community. Everyone.
Finally.
Should we have a break?
Like I also think unless there is a community of people who are interested in sustainability, those people wouldn't use the app.
True. Yeah,
because if I'm
true.
not interested in sustainability, why would I use an app to find out what my carbon footprint is?
Yeah. So I think we've all agreed on community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can now take a break and then we can come back and work on the name and all of the rest of the things.
Yeah. Has everyone voted on a name?
Yeah, I think we have.
Did we? What time did we have the crits today? Just so we'll make sure we don't end up with a break during a crit session.
Sorry?
I just Aiden around timings. If we've got the crits and what time do we need to make sure so we don't end up taking a break and then someone's waiting to crit us.
Yeah, the crit times will come out at 12:30. I can't release them before that. But don't worry, you'll have time to go for lunch and everything and have a break. Don't worry. You'll know. I'll make sure you know as well. But yeah, I'm glad you guys, talked out and got it sorted. It's good to see that, you come together again, and yeah, you're smashing it now. You're on the road to success. So yeah, brilliant. So yeah, sometimes just talking. I was about to just intervene and introduce the thinking hats exercise to try and see what you guys were going to say for this idea is good, this idea is bad, but you've kind of just smashed it on your own. So perfect. Yeah, I tend to agree. with the decision. I think that the community aspect has a much more richer experience, I think, for everyone, and it could be rolled out much easier than I think the scanning app could, or the scanning aspect could maybe be brought in later on. It could be an additional thing that maybe joins on to, you know, not in this module, but you know, if you guys ever carry this on, you don't know what will happen. That could be something in the future. But yeah, I agree. Community sounds good. It's achievable as well. You know, it's good decision, and yeah, I'm here to help anything. So let me know. But yeah, go for a break. Rest your eyes for a minute. No square eyes. We can't be having any square eyes. You know, we smash this. So yeah, take a break, chill for a little bit, come back rejuvenated, more energy, smash it again. Kelly's yawning. Look, this is why we need breaks, people. Breaks. We've been going. This is now 2 hours we've been working on this. So yeah, take a break. You know.
So how long do you want to take this break for? Around 20 minutes.
Like
whatever you want. Whatever you want. 15 minutes, 5 minutes, half an hour. You can pick. It's just whatever you think is right. I am not telling you. I am not your parents. So.
I think we have lunch break in an hour, right? Like 1, right?
Yeah, you have lunch break in an hour. So maybe just take like whatever 5-10 minutes, just chill a little bit, and then come back, pause it for another like 40 minutes, and then go for lunch. But again, I'm trying not to get too involved. I'm trying to disconnect myself, and it's really just do what you want. Do what you want. You guys are smart anyway. You don't need my help. But if you do, message me. I'm gonna jump on to the other team now. So you guys have done brilliant. Super proud. So just keep going. Brilliant.
Maybe we could take like a 15-minute break, so like 10 past 12 UK time.
Cool.
Okay, sounds good.
Just like when to come back, someone just put it on the group so that in case we aren't keeping track of time, we know when to come.
Yeah, so like 18 minutes from now, basically.
Okay, cool. So 4:30. Yeah. Okay.
So like 4:40 India time, basically.
4:40. Correct. My bad. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye.
See you.
options, and maybe if you're not quite sure like which pathway to take or like which deliverable or like medium to choose, maybe you can even like, that's something that would be great to ask during your crit today. Maybe you might not even have to like decide on like the one or like the specific one like for now. Might be good to have like multiple options and just ask the guest crit person. So that might be an option, but I think it's a great idea to have a break, as Will, you said. Yeah. So, but yeah, is there any like questions, or like is everything going okay and all good? Okay, great. And it also, if you need to like, if you want to practice your crit mini presentation, like I can always come back on Fuse, and you can like maybe give it a practice go if you want. But let me know with that. So.
Yeah, it could be useful.
Okay. But yeah, I think break would be a good idea, because it seems like you haven't had a break yet, I'm assuming. Okay. Yeah, break would be great. Okay. I'll see you all in a bit then.
See you later.
Bye.
See you later. So when do we meet again, guys? In half an hour?
I'm worried that we're gonna. Oh, we can do our own lunch now, but do we want an hour off now, or do we want to have less time? I don't know. And then do an hour later, or probably 12:30. I know.
An idea of what we can do when we come back, just so that we like know what we're gonna be going into. Like when you did like in service design, when you're then trying to plan out these kind of more the detail parts, that you're thinking of all the different ways that you could match with people, or all the different ways that you could find a project. Is that kind of like user journey idea, it's called. So look at it at like sort of pre-using the service, which would be like, how would you even find out that this is a thing? And then like, how would the match work? How would finding a project work? How would finding resources work? And then like during the project, and then like after, what happens? How do the ideas live on? And then under each one of these kind of headers, we can start like just brainstorming our own ideas of what that could look like, so that we don't need to like discuss it every little detail, and then pick ones that we like the idea of. Like that. Yeah. Cool. But I don't know if you guys, if you want to have lunch before attempting a bigger exercise like that, or have a break in the middle of that exercise.
Yeah, I just think maybe clearing our heads now until like past would be a good idea, and then we don't have to break for lunch for one. We can break whenever. And I'm just gonna, because at 12:30 as well, they put up the thing, the crit. I don't know if we sign up to that or if we just get allotted. So, but that might be a good time to just come back and see what's going on with that. Yeah, thanks for that, Irina. That's a good idea.
Yeah. 12:30.
Yeah. Sweet. Thanks, everyone. See you in a bit.
See you guys in a bit.
Yeah.
Bye.
How's everyone doing? What's the progress?
How did the drawings go?
I'm going to show you some of mine. I still need to outline some of mine and finish one. I don't know how you take good photos of them so you can. I mean, they're quite rough drawings, but I think that that'll be fine. I don't know.
Oh, sorry.
No, on you go.
I was just going to ask how the website's going.
It's going well, yeah. I'll screen share again. I just screen shared, but you missed it. So, so I've got like things bobbing around the screen. I don't know if you can. Is it working?
Yeah.
Obviously these will be like drawings. Then you can click on them, and then like presumably that would be like the smiley face drawing or whatever. And then we're going to have like a enter the website button in the middle. But yeah, pretty much when I've got the images to go in place of these like kind of crap stock photos, this would be a cool website entry page, I think. That you can just like, where you can click on everything. So that's like pretty much done. Yeah. So that's can probably start on the next next website page now. Yeah.
Misty, what did you do today?
I was like looking at typefaces and like things. I'll put them into the chat.
Oh, cool.
What are you all guys working on? I didn't realize my mic was muted.
Well, I was just looking at like different typefaces, and like possibly like the composition of the poster maybe could just be like all the vegetables on the page.
Hmm.
And then maybe with like a nice like watercolor background or something. I don't know.
Okay.
What have you been working on?
What have I been working on? I haven't really like done very much. I tried to join earlier, but my I think there was like roadworks outside, so the electricity got cut for a bit, and then I like tried to reconnect at like 11, like 10 past 11, but I don't know. You guys were gone, I think, at that point.
Yeah. Is there anything that you really want to work on?
I'm happy helping out in any way. I'm happy to I guess figure out a storyline for the video.
That'd be really helpful.
I'm just wondering what everyone is doing.
I've just been coding the website. Yeah, that's it really.
I've just been working on the drawings for the buttons and vectors for the graphics. I think Huey's doing that as well.
And what about, did I say your name, Subhashwini?
Yeah. So I was just looking at ideas for the posters, maybe like how it can be. And yeah, so I was just thinking that initially we were thinking of having it could be like a gif or something going on, but then I thought since even in our website we're having too many things moving around. So I think if we could have the poster maybe a little simpler, maybe it would be, because everything otherwise it would be everything moving around. Even the posters and our video, everything, there will be too many things moving around. So I thought maybe we could just have like a picture or something instead of many things moving around.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, that's.
I didn't really get that very well. What are you looking at?
Posters.
Posters.
Yeah.
Did you make any mock-ups or anything, or research?
Whom are you asking though? Me?
Yeah.
What mock-up?
No, have you put any examples of what you need?
Yeah, I can just share it with you in Slack. Actually, they are there in Miro, but I'm not able to copy them. So let me just try it down. Yeah, I think I can share it. I was thinking something like this. We could compose because we had some tie and dye cloth as well, which has been dyed. So I thought we can compose it with the same color or a color which we have for the cloth, and the vegetable or something which is used. We can maybe compose it like that, and we could have a brand name or a tagline maybe.
Yeah, those are really cool.
In case if you wanted, I also thought maybe in case if you wanted something going on in the poster, maybe we could have already since we're making a cartoonish vegetables or flowers, so maybe we could have them moving, and then we could have something like that, and then when they go and bang on a cup or something like that, just the water comes down. So as the water comes, we could have a brand name coming on it, both at the same time.
Yeah, I'm really into that.
Yeah.
I'm loving these drawings from you, Hui. These are really,
Which one's
really
better
fun. I really like the top set, but I think we should do a vote. But yeah, they're just so these are well cute.
Is this one better or the more cartoon one?
I actually prefer your drawings on the thing than my drawings on the paper. I think that we should do them all, on your iPad. I don't know what everyone's thoughts on that.
Yeah, I really love your drawings are wicked, but yeah. So good. What are you thinking, guys? Do we like the cartoon ones or the watercolory ones? I really like the cartoon ones.
Yeah, I like the cartoon ones so much better.
They're so cool. Yeah, the second set that's on the Slack.
Yeah.
I think the face is cool as well. Yeah, that's so awesome. Would you be happy to do the veggie ones as well then, Yui?
Yeah, sure. Maybe I can work on the ones you did, so I can use the same shape. I'll do it in like the digital marker.
Yeah. I think all that needs to be done is the blueberry, red cabbage, yellow onion, red onion, and avocado. Those little white flowers down the bottom are so cute. The little eggs.
Yeah. How did you do this? That's so cool.
If you don't mean to do the drawings anymore, do you want me to dive into like just doing a whole load of like research for the red cabbage, and then that can go on a page? That can be my job for this afternoon.
Yeah. I think my goal is to get the map region thing working, and also start experimenting with like fun like clickable pages for all of the dye colors.
Yeah.
Like
So do
ways
you want
that
the map, or how do you want to like put it?
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure like what that idea like fully is. I just need to figure out how to make like different regions of the screen like clickable.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess probably I'll do that with like coordinates or something, or ray casting maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of Googling that I've got to do to make that work. But
What are all the like herbs and plants that we're using for the homepage and on the website? Do you have like a list?
there is a list of them on the back. If you look up on the thing.
There's like one that was sent yet like yesterday.
Yeah, and then we chose 10 of them this morning. So the first, like I wrote them out. They're in 2 boxes.
It's like an image.
Oh, what like in written down?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the top of plants and the bottom of vegetables.
Yeah.
And what like what colors and what kind of like effects can you do with them?
You can see that on the PDF that I sent.
Did everyone just carry on with what they were doing?
Yeah, should we meet back at 2?
What about, because so what do we do with the posters? Do we still think of ideas, or do we come with one thing and then we can try out something?
Should we start trying stuff out?
Yeah, come up with like a poster by the end of the day. I think that would be good. And then Camila can work on thinking through a film idea. I guess.
How do we do it? Like the one Missy said, or the one which I said, like how we come with it and then try doing it?
I think Misty and Shabashwini, you should both just work on the poster together, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
coming up with ideas together and like trying things out.
Yeah.
And then I guess by two we can like review them and see what we think's good.
Could we send me the like your drawings, because we might use them in the poster.
Okay. Yeah. Is there like a way to put like the files onto the Slack? Because I'm going to use them on the website as well, obviously.
Maybe we could put them on Miro. On the
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I don't know how you do that.
Um,
Maybe a WeTransfer link.
yeah, just some sort of place where we can all access them would be really cool. So then I can like swap out the horrible stock images for like the fun cartoons. Yeah, cool. See you guys at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, someone's just joined Maria. Is
I
that?
think he's filming it.
Ah, okay.
Gosh.
Does anyone know when our crit is? No.
No.
No, there doesn't seem to be any information on that.
Okay, cool. Does everyone know what they're doing then?
Yeah.
Cool. It's going to come together. I think it's going to look great.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Should be fun.
Camila, do you know what you're doing yet?
Yeah, I know. I'm looking up like different styles of like, I guess like product design videos and website videos that would kind of articulate what we're trying to do. I'm trying to figure out if it's better to go through like one character of like what problems you may face and how to resolve them, or to just kind of like maybe go like through all of the plants. So I'm just going to see what other people have already done for their websites.
Yeah. So we kind of had a brief idea of like having like somehow filming us on the website, and then I don't know, having like it's being like quite interactive with kids. But I don't know, that's just like an idea as well.
What do you mean? Like you film? What do you mean by film on the website? Like I don't know, like a webcam?
Like a screen share of the website almost, like someone going onto the website and clicking on like one of the vegetables and then it popping up.
Yeah. So like, okay.
But I think the idea of like getting like our idea of like the issues that we're trying to tackle here is quite good as well. So
yeah, I think it might be nice to kind of try to articulate properly like why this is important as a website, like why are we doing this and why should people go onto it, like
yeah.
There are like quite a few I've seen a few similar to what you said with like the click share. You can like share some of them.
Maybe you could use like they said they have like archive footage, so maybe you could use some of that of like gardening and stuff. Put it in.
Yeah, I'd looked a bit. I was briefly checking up stock footage as well of like just different vegetables and other stuff that would be free to use.
Cool.
Are you talking about like specifically with Modual has an archive, or?
Yeah, I think they said they had like a list of like footage that you could use.
Is it like where would it be?
Maybe resources, or maybe you message them individually and ask for the link. But I remember them saying that.
Would it be on Slack, like a link somewhere?
Yeah, I think it's on Slack.
Okay, cool. So meet back at 2. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
See you soon. Bye.
means without.
It sounds great, guys. I'm loving it.
I didn't see that. Maybe jump. That sounds not only is a nickname for artisans, it also means without. And then just say without, what is it? Empowering global artisans.
But you will see that on the slide.
On the screen, yeah. Sorry, it's because I'm already writing. Finish the
Are you
sentence.
going to share your screen?
I probably should, shouldn't I? Because then I can click through.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have to go back into the main page?
What, here?
Yeah.
No.
To present.
No. Do you mean for the crit?
Yeah.
No, they'll come to us. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
We just got to be here.
I don't know if I can present it on. Wait, if I click edit, no, I can't.
What?
Rosie, to share your screen, is that what you're trying to work out?
No, Maria sent me a preview of the presentation she's made, but I can only look. I'll share my screen. I'll show you what it looks like on my screen. Hang on.
But did you refresh?
Yeah, I mean it's just the way. Hang on, look, you'll see. Wait.
How you guys doing anyway? Cayenne, how you doing?
Can you see it's just like that? Small.
I'm doing the video here. But did you click? Put edit design, please. Sorry.
Huh?
Can you put edit design? Because it's there. Yeah, there. Because you don't have Canva.
Do you have to pay for it? Is it free? Oops,
Yeah,
already done it.
I thought you had. So I can send you on quickly on PDF. Like I can put a PDF on Slack.
Yeah, actually just do that.
Yeah, I will do that quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna stop sharing quick.
It's looking good. Have you got any questions for me? I'm going to post your crit time now. I'll go and get that for you. Have you got any questions or concerns? It's looking great. I love the name. I think it's like a perfect sort of name for what we're trying to do and what we believe in. And yeah, the brand is looking really, really good. Cayenne, you said you mentioned you were going to be trying to do the video. What sort of thing are we thinking about? Is it more animation? Are we going to have like a show reel? What are you thinking?
It's basically an animation, and I've added a bit screenshot on Miro as well for reference. The style is like retro and yeah, at the very bottom of Miro.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it's like lo-fi DIY.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks great. It looks really, really good. Are you doing that on After Effects?
Sorry?
Sorry, Cayenne. Are you doing it on After Effects?
No, I just use like a basic film edit on Apple. Yeah, that's something simple.
Sweet, great, thank you. And Michelle, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing the pop-up like word tour, and also I'm like doing the video and the poster we scan together.
Great stuff, great stuff. If you need help, please give me a message. I'm more than welcome to help you out. And if you have any questions, please fire away. Also, during your crit, I will take notes. You just concentrate on speaking. I'll take all the notes. Don't worry about it, right? I want you guys just to say what we believe in. You know, talk about SANS and the development of the project, why we're doing it, who it's for. You know, the simple stuff. And I'll take down all the notes. You don't have to worry about that. But yeah, I'm so excited. It looks great, guys. It looks really, really good.
Thank you.
I'll get the crit time now. I'll be back in a second.
Okay. Did you see the file, Rosie?
Yeah, I've just gone on it now. It isn't like the same as a presentation where it like I'll have to just scroll down, but I think that's fine.
You can download the PDF on your laptop and just go slide by slide.
Oh yeah, hang on, I didn't see that.
Because if you open it on a Slack, it doesn't look so that good.
No.
So you can download it.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, so I've downloaded it and it's done it like, let me go back to sharing my screen. Got too many tabs open now, I'm getting confused. Okay. Can you see?
Yeah.
So I have to scroll down like that.
You can open it on the like PDF viewer.
I haven't got that on this laptop because this laptop's rubbish. Like I had to get rid of like loads of my things, so it just opens.
It's fine, just do that then. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that's because I'll just scroll down.
Yeah, I can see the whole slide. It's
cool. Cool. Let's get rid of some of my tabs. Okay, I'll just stop sharing quick. And over here. Okay, I'm going to go to toilet really quick, so I'll be back in a second. Wait, they're not coming over now, are they?
I think they will because it was going to be at 12:30 and it's 12:37, but just run and go.
I'll wait. I'll wait till after, because we'll probably go on lunch after, won't we?
Yeah.
I hope so.
So I'm going to start. I'm going to make a knitter. Did I tell you? I think last week. So I'm like trying to find information of hand knitters around my country.
Oh yeah, to make your kind of like knitting database.
Like a knitter's finder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to post it like soon, like maybe 10 days. So
what? Wow.
Yeah, I just need to find around 20 knitters. I have like 10 or 12. So I need to ask them if they want to be part of it. And when I have like 20 and around like 6 cities, I will post it. Like
what are you posting? Is that going to be on social media, that Instagram?
No, I will put it on my brand's website because I have like it's started like a consultancy thing. So I have a website that I could include different things. And
okay.
This will be like one more thing.
That's cool. You need to post a link on the Slack thing so I can have a look when you put it up.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it will be this week because with this workshop, I'm really tired. But, yeah, I can send you later. Like we should share some like LinkedIn profiles or something.
Yeah, I don't really use I've got LinkedIn, but I don't really use it.
Do you guys use the dots? Dots is like it's like LinkedIn, but for more like creative.
I have an account, but I don't use it.
That's what I've been using more, or just like Instagram. But yeah, we should follow if everyone's got Instagram.
But what do you do? I didn't see your. I don't know if we saw our pizza cultures. I don't remember really.
No, I know. I think we were all in different. No, I saw KN's. The Pet Kucha. You were in my group, I think. I think we should. But I didn't. I think you and Michelle were in different groups. So I was in the red group.
I was in the orange group.
Can you remember what group you were in, Maria?
Sorry, I was in the orange one.
Okay.
So,
I think
what do you do?
Oh, what do I do? I've just graduated, so I was doing a degree in media. So I've just finished this year, and I might be doing a master's, but I'm waiting for my interview. I'm hoping they don't say interview this week, because I have to be like, no.
But where did you apply?
Glasgow School of Art.
Oh, okay.
Up in Scotland, yeah. So I'm hoping that. If not, then I'll just have to carry on job hunting. But there's just not many jobs at the moment.
No, it's really hard now. So I think we're going to do it later at 3:30. It says on Slack.
Oh, should check. Oh, your crit today, Duro far from Blast Series, 3:30. Okay. So should we just have lunch now and come back?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we can come back and then try to like work on the poster, like to see what we really do.
I think you should put some of the screenshots of maybe the video in. Actually, no, don't. We'll save that for like finale. I was going to say maybe
we'll share things on the vision talk that only we can see that.
Yeah. So what on the mood board? If I share.
What do you mean that you can save that for what? Like
I was going to say we could put the screenshots that KN sent over on the presentation, but then I thought actually we should save that just for when we do the videos, so then it's like a surprise.
But maybe you can, KN, maybe you can put on the mirror so we can see.
It is on the mirror. Like at the bottom.
I put a few screenshots, but I haven't finished the whole thing. So yeah.
I think they're cool. I am going to go to the toilet now because I can go to the toilet. I'll be back in a minute. Okay. What's everyone doing now? Sorry, my phone. What's everyone doing now? Just waiting.
I put like a list of links on the top. So I was reading
On
about
the what did you put it on?
on the Google Doc. So there is like
No, just go on that.
business. I will send it here. So I'm not sure what like what to do before the quiz.
Oh, moving things. I like the way the video, the screenshots look so far. It's kind of like an old computer style.
Yeah, actually, I'm making it into like a retro gaming. You know, like the games that you play on a little, like, I don't know.
Like Pac-Man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
And do you guys think we need a fake website because we are like an online shop or something?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make something look like a website, like on the video, maybe like a little mouse that clicks on a product.
Yeah. Also a link. Do we have a link?
A link. Oh, like a fake one?
Yeah. Do you think we need like, yeah, we can have a fake one because we don't have a real one.
Yeah, don't want to pay for it. Yeah, I just do like sans.com.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Why is our thing so late? Did you say 3:30? That's so annoying.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm moving things.
Yeah, because then I mean, yeah, I don't like that it's so late because then you don't have so much time to work on the feedback.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping. Like,
but I think it's the earliest one because then there are some that are 4:15.
Oh, maybe something's happened. Maybe they're not available right away.
Okay, so should we just take the lunch break now? What do you want to do?
Yeah, we might as well. It's like 10 to 1, isn't it? Over here it's 10 to 1. Sorry, I keep forgetting. It's all
Yeah,
different
but it's
time.
fine because it's a Modual time, so it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, is everyone happy so far with what we've got?
Yeah, I think it's good. It would be clear when you present.
Yeah, we've done loads. I've zoomed out to look at our whole mood board, and there's quite a lot of stuff on it. So
And this is not the final thing, to remind everyone. Not like on Thursday we have the really final thing, and I think
yeah,
chance for us to like practice ones and see how to improve stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a kind of, practice day. Okay, well, should we just meet back here? Because maybe when we're having lunch, we'll think of things that we need to do. So just meet back here at like 10 to 1.
Yeah, maybe
10 to 2.
Or at 2, I think it's 5 to 1.
Yeah, just meet back here in an hour. In a bit.
So maybe we could also ask Connor. Yeah, to ask him like for some feedback, because then when he came, we were like busy talking about the slides.
Yeah.
Maybe we could ask him like, I don't know, what does he think, or also in terms of time, like
what, like time for, like if we're on time, or what do you mean?
Yeah, or like I don't know how the next days will be, you know, how much time we will have to work on the video and the poster.
Yeah.
So for example, I said before, yeah, maybe it would be good to have a first draft of the poster. Maybe it's too early, I don't know. So,
I mean,
does the words like for the poster is ready? Like the slogan, the words for the poster, like on the poster, is it ready to is it like the sentence over here?
Yeah, I think it is.
So I only need to add all these things on the poster.
yeah, you can put the logo and you can just invent dates of, for example, you can put 3 cities and invent 3 dates of the pop-up.
Okay.
On the website.
Yeah, and then maybe just like put whatever you've done, just put it up on here so we can see what you've done so far.
Okay.
And just see if we can think of anything to add, or yeah, just be good to see bits of everyone's work.
Yeah, I would ask Connor if we can speak to him when we are back after lunch break, so we can say like, hey, we are thinking to put this in the poster. Do you think we need more? Do you think it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, let's get something to eat and see you in an hour.
Yeah.
Bye.